Check, check, check. Coming through. Check, check. 1, 2. Check, check, check. Okay, so just got the notification. Our link is live. Check, check. Oh, you got it? Okay. All right. Check, check, check. Oh. Ah. All right. On you.
Check, check, check. 1 1 2 1 2 2 2 3 3. Check, check.
Okay. You sound good?
Yep, here we go.
Yeah, all right. We're rolling.
We're live now.
We're rolling. You're a little bit high. I think a little bit high.
Yep. Yeah. Check, check.
Check, check.
Ida has like 6 more things.
Okay, cool. Yeah, some Sunday night baseball here in the California Collegiate League as we welcome you back here to Baylands Park in Palo Alto, California, as the Menlo Park Legends, who have gotten their first win on the season, welcome the boys from Wine Country and the Sonoma Stompers, who are looking to wrap up this 3-game stretch against the Menlo Park Legends here tonight. And hello, everybody. Welcome to the Menlo Park Legends Livestream Network. Philip Hall on the call alongside with Spencer Tracy. Spencer, is good for the Legends to get that monkey off their back as they continue to progress through the summer, but it was something that they're going to have to do tonight against the Stompers.
Yeah, it definitely feels good to get in that win column for the first time. You can say you've done it. You get that off your chest, and now you can just focus on winning each game daily, game by game. And it was important for this team because they had lost some close games that they thought that they were the better team. They could have won, and then they lost some games that they definitely wanted to forget about. So I think the biggest thing was they finally got that big hit the other day, Philip, in Sonoma. They've been searching for that big hit. They've been able to steal bases. They've been able to get on base. They just couldn't get the big hit to score the runs that they needed. They were backed by a great pitching start from Braca, who started off on a great foot, 3 scoreless innings. And so they're going to need something along those lines tonight.
For sure, as we'll give you the starting lineup for the Stompers as we'll begin with tonight. Chase Taylor leads off playing center field. Tino Vassell batting second at second base. Hunter Carlson, who's on a hot start, is tonight's designated hitter for Sonoma. Angel Garcia is at first base, batting fourth. Trent Keys is in right field in the fifth hole. Mateo Heredia is at third base, batting sixth. Nick Sebastiani, Stomper lifer in his third summer with the team, is in left field. Bryson Ayala at shortstop bats eighth. And Andrew Bonfigli is at catcher in the 9 hole. And on the mound for the Legends tonight, it will be Kai Manick. Spencer, what is Kai Manick going to have to do to slow down the Stompers tonight?
Oh, control the strike zone, own the strike zone, make these Stompers swing the bat. And they're a talented group on offense, so they can definitely do that. But I think making yourself work not as hard as it has to. You know, we've seen in the past teams really struggle with walking guys and putting yourself in trouble early. So commanding the strike zone, trust.
Just to recap last night's win for the Legends. Not on.
Now batting.
Now let's
Vassell.
It's half now.
Yes, it is.
Oh, they went back. Okay. There we go. I apologize for that, folks. We had some technical difficulties. Our audio is back and working again. As I was saying, for the Menlo Park Legends, like they had some ninth inning heroics last night to beat the Stompers. In the second game to split the road series as they played their 2 road games on the road up in Sonoma at Arnold Field.
Yeah, a clutch game-tying home run by Carlos Kuzmar, who we will see play today in the 9th inning to jumpstart that comeback. That 3-run 9th inning put the Legends ahead 5-3. Ended up winning that game by the final of 5-3.
That was Tino Vassell, middle infielder who plays for San Francisco. Over Sonoma, they sit in second place in the CCL North at 5-4. So the full count here on Vassell. Chase Taylor was able to reach on an infield single. Start off the ball game. Where it takes off, and there's a fly ball hit out to right, but it's going to be caught by Aaron Lewis for out number 1. Gave it a defensive alignment for the Legends. They have Ethan Moser in left field, Mason Griffin playing center, Aaron Lewis in right field, Tyler O'Toole at shortstop, Carlos Cruz-Mar is playing third, Isaac Findell is at second base, Casey Levitt-McGee plays first, and Nate Bateman is behind the dish at catcher. There comes Hunter Carlson, who is off to an excellent start to the CCL summer season. Give you a look at his stat line here. Product out of Georgia State. He's been one of the hottest hitters in the California Collegiate League, hitting .419 with a slash line .591, 677 completed, and a league-leading 15 RBIs coming into tonight.
And that's the kind of production you want out of your 3-hitter. Usually,
Manick misses high and out, goes to 1-1.
You know, the old kind of build of a lineup was you put your best hitter 4, your RBI, your power guy. Now it's kind of shifted to that 2, maybe 3 spot. You see guys like Devers and Judge starting to creep up to that number 1 spot in the order.
Now it's hit to the left side and through for a base hit by Carlson as he continues to keep that bat red hot.
Yeah, when you're hot, you're hot. A little jam. Pitch gets inside on the hand. Still misses the barrel. A good pitch by Manick, but just when you're swinging a bat like Carlson is, that ball's just going to find holes every day of the week.
And as Angel Garcia comes up, the Sonoma Stompers, they're known to be a offensively dangerous team. As remember, folks, last season they made it to the CCL Championship Series, only to lose to the Caneo Oaks, who are the 2025 champions of the California Collegiate League. So where's that first and second, early traffic on for the Stompers to begin the night. Swung on, fouled by Garcia.
Yeah, the Stompers last year, I just remember they were so good. They had the offensive explosiveness to go run for run with you. If it was an offensive game, they could beat you 15-14, 10-12. But they also had the ability to rely on their pitching. They had some really talented arms where they could go for that 2-1 win too from time to time as well. Just able to win every kind of game.
Big swing and a miss. Nice pitch out the hands of Manick. Goes to 1 ball and 2 strikes. Yeah, and I do also remember at the Stompers, they had the Legends number most of last year, having a hefty win-loss differential in the season series. Flown out to left field. Mooser. Loses it in the air. This is going to fall as they're going to hold up Taylor at third. Man, looked like it was a can of corn for Mooser, but wasn't able to stay in line at the apex.
Yeah, never a good sign when you see your infielder, your outfielder, or any position player just take a couple steps in and then immediately take some steps back and then kind of make that last second lunge. I don't know if he lost it in the sun out there, but it can get windy here at Bayland as well, which makes that job much tougher.
Yeah, it's going to make it much more tougher for Kai Manick now with the bases loaded with 1 out. And Trent Keys is going to come up to the plate. He'll look at ball 1. The defense has been costly for the Legends to keep close with their opponent to open up the summer. It's one thing that they're looking to try to get right as the season progresses. Foul tipped for strike 1 by Keys. Trent Keys out of Oakley, California, plays his JUCO ball at San Joaquin Delta, powerhouse. He had 316 of 4 home runs this year. Swung on and fouled.
Yeah, he played last night, too, in Sonoma against the Legends. Went 1 for 2 with an extra base hit. Recorded a walk as well. Talented bat.
Reminder to bring all foul balls to concession stand for reward.
The 1-2. Manic delivers. Fouled off just barely. Key's going to get another life here.
And this is where lineups are take the step from good to great, is if you can get that really good bat in that fifth spot, that weapon of a bat. Because you get through the first 4 guys in the order. Typically, those are your best 4 guys in whatever order it is. But getting that 5th guy that can swing it is pivotal, especially for situations like this. I mean, you get 3 of your first 4 guys on, load the bases for your 5-hitter who can swing the bat like Keys. You'll find your offense scoring a lot of runs.
Trent Keys also one of the returners for the Stompers. It was popped up over by third base, but will go out of play. Now the Stompers led by their head coach and Zach Pace, who is a Sonoma lifer. He does a pretty good job at having some of his players come back to play summer ball for him.
Yeah, as you mentioned, Keys. Sebastiani's another player we'll see.
Stays at 2-2 on Keys. And Nick Sebastiani, as you mentioned, Spencer, another returner. JUCO standout at Santa Rosa Junior College. It's taking lows as Keys able to work into a full count here.
Yeah, once you get to pitch 5 or 6 of the at-bat, he's on the pitch 7. This will be the 8th pitch of the at-bat. You've kind of seen everything that Manic has to offer, so it's just a matter of can you hit your spot.
Payoff pitch is swung on and miss. Now Keys going down with the bases loaded. The Stompers having to stay put.
Now batting, number 49, Mateo Heredia.
Oh, Spencer, you know how I get when I see hitters strike out with the bases loaded, but for the Legends, it's definitely, something that Kai Manic is, I'm sure, happy to get.
Yeah, definitely allows Musa to take a little bit deep breath, too, and that's why it's such a team sport. As Manic just able to get his teammates back there after a mistake. Not out of the woods yet. Still need one more.
And this is Mateo Heredia. Come up here 2 out. He's going to look at 2 first pitch balls. Heredia out of El Segundo, SoCal kid. Already committed to play his 4-year after his JUCO career at Cerritos College wrapped up. He's going to be a matador at Cal State Northridge. Across 2 seasons at Cerritos, hit .307 with .408 on-base percentage. Along with driving in 78 RBIs in the JUCO ranks. Three and 1 to count on Heredia. Manic able to put it across there for strike 2. Another full count situation here. Manic trying to win the duel to get out of the bases loaded jam.
It's got to be a challenge pitch here, Phillip.
Payoff. Hits the corner, called strike 3. Kai Manic able to wiggle his way out of trouble to open up the ball game as the Stompers leave 3 on as they go down looking with the bags juiced for the 2nd straight time. We'll go to the bottom of the 1st. No score. Legends get their first ups here on the Miller Park Legends live stream network. Back here in Palo Alto, about to begin the bottom of the first, as the Legends lineup will go like this. Mason Griffin will lead off playing center field. Aaron Lewis bats second in right field. Ryan Duran, the designated hitter, bats third. Carlos Cruz-Mar batting fourth, playing third. Ethan Muser in left field bats fifth. Casey Levitt McGee in the sixth hole at first base. Isaac Findell, second base, batting seventh. Tyler O'Toole at short, hitting eighth. And Nate Bateman is in the catching spot, rounding out the order in the 9 hole. And on the mound for Sonoma, it's going to be Logan Figler. He's getting the ball tonight, so a chance for the Legends to match up against a lefty. First pitch, and for strike one to Mason Griffin, who was one of the providers of the comeback win for the Legends last night.
Yeah, nice little go-ahead triple after the home run from Kuzmar. Put this team back on the board. Keep the momentum going, right? You get the huge hit, the game-tying hit. You want to keep that momentum going because they were on the road, obviously, so the Sonoma had the last cracks at it, the last of the 9th. So great job by them to give themselves not only a lead in the 9th, but also some insurance as well, which they were able to shut the door.
Figler, a JUCO arm from Santa Rosa, but plays his JUCO ball at College of Marin. Was bounced in front of play and goes to the backstop. 2-1 on Mason Griffin.
It's a loud ball, as they say.
Figler already 2 years in of his collegiate career, both of them at College of Marin, so now looking for a 4-year home. Count goes to 2-2 now on Griffin.
This is where a leadoff man's tough. You haven't seen really too much off speed, too much information. You're kind of figuring this out on the fly.
Low and away for ball 3. Full count for Griffin, the rising sophomore from Windsor, Colorado at Northern Colorado. Of course, Northern Colorado, the lone D1 baseball program in the state of Colorado. Swung on and missed for strike 3. There's one down.
Now batting, number 17, Aaron Lewis.
Defensive alignment for Sonoma will look like this. Nick Sebastiani in left field, Chase Taylor in center, Trent Keys playing right, Bryson Ayala at short, Mateo Heredia at third base, Tino Vassell at second base, Angel Garcia plays first, and Andrew Bonfigli is behind the dish at catcher. So it'll be Aaron Lewis's turn. Been having a good bat to open up the 2026 summer with Menlo Park. We'll look at that one low. You know, for a player like Aaron Lewis, Spencer, you know, coming from Portland where he doesn't get a whole lot of playing time, I'm sure he enjoys getting his reps during summer ball.
Yeah, that's the big discussion with a lot of players when it comes to development. And guys want to play. You know, that's why they pick schools. They see themselves as guys who can play. Every player that plays at the collegiate level did something good at the high school level, right? You got to do something good to get in front of the right eyes. And so Aaron Lewis, very talented bat, a guy you just want to get at bats in, and that's what the CCL is for, is be able to put something on paper against players who have established themselves at the collegiate level.
Someone right back up the middle, picked up by Ayala, throws on the first in time.
Ryan.
Here's a guy that's been trying to prove something to the CCL circuit, especially playing at an NAIA school, which sometimes gets overlooked. Ryan Duran, who will come up with 2 out here.
Yeah, 2 for 5 with 2 ribbies last night in Sonoma. Definitely feeling pretty good today.
Yeah, Duran has been having one of the more better starts for the Legends to open up the summer in the first 8 games played. It's 8 league games. 9 for 27 overall at the plate. His first 6 games played, and tied 6th in the CCL in RBIs with 8 totaled up.
It's going to be something the Legends are going to want to do. Yeah, we talked a little bit pregame, Philip. This team, 12 of their last 19 runs scored have come in the 7th inning or later. This team's going to want to build momentum early in this game rather than try and finding lightning in the bottle late.
Hit hard and bounced through into left field. Saradia wasn't able to get to it quick enough. Duran able to get on with the 2-out single.
Now batting, number 33.
Now make that 10 for 28.
Yeah, hot bats. Oh, the put a ball in play. That ball has eyes. It'll find a hole.
Carlos Cruz-Mar, who's one of the heroes from last night's victory for the Legends, hitting the game-tying home run in the 9th inning. Cruz-Mar, another player trying to prove his worth to Nick Sanzeri. They'll look at strike one to begin the AB. Figler, the look at first, now the 0-1. Cruz-Mar rockets that one into the right center field gap as this going to roll all the way to the fence, and Duran could just chug on home. Cruz-Mar trying to go for 3, and he's going to reach, but the ball gets away, throw off line, and Cruz-Mar will come across the score. Able to turn 3 into 4 there on a hard hit ball through the gap as that gives the Legends the early 2-0 lead.
Beautiful approach. Left hand on the bump as a right-handed hitter. You're thinking right field, and with 2 outs and a guy on first, getting a 2-out jump like Duran was doing there. Beautifully executed one. He all barrel there. A couple hops up against the wall. Beautiful approach by Cruz-Mar, swinging a hot bat.
Ground ball hit the second. Picked up by Vassell, and he'll get the out to retire the side. The Legends getting the big hit coming off the bat of Cruz-Mar, who was the hero last night, and now he is the early run provider to open up the third game of this 3-game home-and-home series as it's 2-0 Legends as we go to the second here in Palo Alto.
Number 6, Nick Sebastiani.
The Legends able to get 2 early runs on the Stompers to open up the game as it's the top of the second. Kai Manick pitching with confidence here as he'll see Nick Sebastiani deliver strike one. Sebastiani, a Stomper lifer, now in his 3rd straight summer with the team. A look at strike two. Now Carlos Cruz-Mar delivering once again with the RBI triple and scoring on the error by the second baseman, Tino Vassell. Sebastiani goes down on 3 pitches. Good morning, good afternoon, and good night.
How about that? After a defensive mistake, 3 batters, 3 strikeouts for Manick. Really locking in the right times. That's a good sign.
Chopped over to third. Nice pick made by Kuzmar, and he'll throw to strike. Easy money for the 5-3 putout.
Beautiful job by Kuzmar, going to get that short hop, have the ball just have nowhere to go but his glove. That's why they call it the hot corner. You don't have time to kind of read the ground ball as much. It's pretty instinct reaction. That's practice, that's reps, routine play. That was a good play by Kuzmar.
A bottom of the order here for the Stompers as Andrew Bonfigli will come up to hit, the 9-hitter. Look at strike one. It's Manic able to stay focused and pitching with excessive confidence now through this inning. Hit on the ground. O'Toole will field this one. 3 up, 3 down goes Sonoma. Kai Manic finding another gear here in Palo Alto. 2-0 as we go to the bottom of the second. Welcome you back here to Palo Alto, 2-0 Menlo Park in the bottom of the second. And a report on some scores happening around the California Collegiate League on this Sunday night. As San Luis Obispo is up 5-2 on the Walnut Creek Crawdads. That game in the bottom of the ninth. And the Caneo Oaks took care of the Arroyo Seco Saints 9-4. The Academy Barons winning 5-4 against the Orange County Riptide. Casey Levin McGee will lead off. He'll check his swing, but it's across for strike one. And the Santa Barbara Foresters, 5-2, up against the San Diego Bombers in the top of the seventh. It's bounced for ball one, goes to 1-1 on Levitt McGee. And then later tonight, the Alameda Merchants will see the San Francisco Seagulls. Game actually already started. 6:05 at first pitch. A game in the top of the second.
Seagulls are another team in search of that win column after their opening night win over the Legends here in Baylands Park. Just 1-6.
It's it hard over the short, but nice backhand there by Ayala. There's one gone.
My goodness, that was beautiful. If Ron Washington was here, he would be so happy that he did his infield drills pregame, because that was not an easy hop, in between hop, but he used that glove as an elevator. Instead of going at it, he just went up and down off the ground. Beautiful hands. Great play by Ayala.
I did see some Stompers players taking some infield drills over in front of their dugout before the game, so I guess it is paying off. They might have taken something out of Ron Washington's textbook of how to play infield.
Oh, yeah, it's the beauty of YouTube and all those TikTok videos that you can watch. Former big leaguers or even big leaguers now, they post out their pregame routines, all sorts of stuff you can get to help improve your game. And it's just reps and making sure you do it before the game. Get yourself warm.
Here's Isaac Findell. Fouls off the first pitch. And look at the second pitch. Bounces in the dirt. That was a good stop behind the plate by Bonfigley.
Nobody on, but doesn't hurt to practice those blocking. Those, getting the reps. Don't want to get lazy in the bottom of the second.
Isaac Findell, originally from Oakland, but playing his college ball at University of Puget Sound up in the Pacific Northwest. Actually the same university where Charlie Degler, who was on the Legends last summer, is playing right now.
Yeah, Degler was a fun ball player to watch last summer.
Figler can't find the zone there. Goes to 3-1 on Findell. Yeah, I just remember the speed and the range they had playing mostly in center field. Or as top of the order hitter when Cinzeri had him penciled in the lineup. So another ground ball hit to Ayala. Fielded a little bit over to the left. High throw, but able to get it over for the second out.
Now batting, number 3.
Tyler O'Toole
O'Toole.
going to get a chance here, coming up with 2 gone.
Legends got 2 runs last inning with 2 outs. Let's see if they can make some magic work here. It all starts with a hit.
Swung on and fouled. Yeah, if you're just tuning in with us, the Legends are up 2-0. They were able to get on the board early thanks to a Carlos Cruz RBI triple, but as he was going to third, the relay throw from the Sonoma Stompers went offline to allow Carlos Cruz Mar to score on the wild throw, so it went down as an RBI triple and E4 by Tino Vassell on his throw to try to get Cruz Mar out. 1-1 on O'Toole here.
Figler doesn't have a great feel for that release point on that slider or curveball. It's got some sharp movement to it, but he's still trying to find that.
Swung on and popped up on the right side.
A lot of room over there.
That'll be a tough play, and they're going to let it fall. It's a fair ball. Yeah, 3 stoppers trying to surround it, but nobody was able to grasp it. And it looked like it was either going to be Garcia or Keys to try to make that play. Instead, it just falls in for a lucky single for O'Toole to keep the inning going.
Yeah, both teams now struggling with that, with those high pop-ups. And those are tough plays to make. You really got to make communication's key there. If the right fielder Keys can get there in time, that's his ball because he's coming into it. Versus Vassell and Garcia are either going back or to their left, so it's a much easier play for Keys.
The Legends at the bottom of the order here for Nate Bateman. First pitch stopped in the dirt for ball 1.
Legends did a great job running the bases last time they were here. Recorded 2 stolen bases yesterday against the Stompers. Let's see if they continue that game plan.
That one goes to the backstop. Figler, a wild pitch. That will advance O'Toole to second.
Yeah, you know what? That'll work too.
So some control issues here for Sonoma Stomper. Beg your pardon for Sonoma's starter. Figler missed again. Have Bateman in the driver's seat.
Yeah, this is where Figler's kind of tried to just get that fastball over that outside corner. You want to do exactly what Kuzmar did. Just sit on it a little bit more, drive that right center. Second base is playing way up the middle, covering second.
Figler with a double take, but he's going to miss for ball 4. Still trying to look for that elusive third out to get out of this inning. The Legends seem to provide some early traffic on the base paths as a lineup will turn back to the top with Mason Griffin.
Yeah, it's been the toughest out for Figler to record here. And here's Zach Pace.
They're going to get a mound visit here for Sonoma. And, coming into tonight, talked about this before the game, Spencer. Kind of questioned, when would it be a good time to talk player stats, especially with how early we are in the season? And, if we're referring to the team stats, for the Legends starting out, of course, as we know, it's been kind of a slow start, 1-7 coming in. But, as a team, they're hitting 196 of a 322 on base percentage. And they do have 5 home runs to their name, but the run output has kind of been the early struggles for the Legends as they're trying to get that support for the pitching staff.
Yeah, absolutely. And we talked about Cinzeri and his specialty in the pitching department and being able to get those guys going. Just can't get that offense to click. A 322 on base percentage with a sub 200 batting average just tells me you're getting on base via the walk or errors, and you're just not getting the hits to knock them in. 11 hits last night is a sign of hope. That is light in a dark room for this offense coming forward.
Let's see what Mason Griffin can do here. He struck out in the first inning his last time up. So he'll be hitting in back-to-back innings. Going to show bunt. It's cross for a strike. Interesting call, especially with 2 outs.
Yeah, I got to think he's just trying to see the ball path there, kind of get the timing down. Sometimes that can be a timing strategy. Definitely not bunting with 2 outs here.
It's a double take at second. Well, missed low. Looks like the Legends might be trying for a double steal attempt here.
Typically not an ideal call with 2 outs and already a guy in scoring position, but we've seen many teams do it. We've seen the Legends do it and their opponents.
Griffin swings and pops it up on the left side. It's going to be a play for the left fielder as Sebastiani comes in to make the catch, inning over. So 2 left on for the Legends off of 1 hit. Nothing doing in the bottom of the second. We'll go to the third frame. Still 2-0 Menlo Park over Sonoma here on the Menlo Park Legends live stream network.
Now batting, number 1, Chase Taylor.
It's Philip Hall on the call alongside with Spencer Tracy here as we're now in the third inning at Baylands Park in Palo Alto, California for some Sunday night baseball here in the California Collegiate League. 2-0, the Legends lead the Sonoma Stompers. They're trying to over their second straight win against Sonoma. Deep fly ball to center field, but running it down is Griffin for the first out off of the bat of Chase Taylor.
And another first pitch out. Manic is absolutely cruising right now.
Now batting.
I mean, attacking the strike zone. This is what I talked about pregame. Being able to just attack the strike zone, trust your defense to make plays. And he's had to make plays himself on the bump with 3 strikeouts already today.
Since getting those 2 runs in the first inning, he's just, found some new kind of life out there on the rubber. Tino Vassell looks at strike 1. It's going to be missed low. Goes to 1-1. Now Kai Manick, as we know, he's a JUCO arm, still looking for a 4-year home. Pitched at Cabrillo. And across those 2 JUCO seasons, he's made 26 appearances and struck out 32 batters in 48 innings for the Cabrillo Seahawks. The 1-2. Fouled off by Vassell. One thing to also note, Spencer, is that we got our first commitment on the summer with the Legends.
That's right.
Dane LeBlanc committed to become a Torero at University of San Diego come next season.
Yeah, that's a nice D1 program down there. I had a high school teammate that played a couple years at Cal and then finished off his collegiate career at San Diego. Great time, beautiful campus, beautiful city, great ballpark, great place to play baseball. Good program.
San Diego, California is the finest city in America. Of course, San Diego's a hot market for baseball, as you mentioned. A lot of solid programs down there like UC San Diego, San Diego State, University of San Diego, and not to mention the San Diego Padres, who are trying to chase down the Dodgers in the NL West right now. Pop up.
That one landed in foul territory in play. It's like the Coliseum here, Philip. There's just so much foul ground to cover. I don't even think that was catchable unless you were playing in foul territory.
Yeah, you just view it from the baselines, and you take a walk all the way over to the sidewall. Probably looking about, my guesstimation is probably about maybe 30 feet of foul territory to play with. The payoff pitch swung on and missed. Kai Manick with strikeout number 4 on the evening.
Yeah, one thing that allows you to do, the ability to just completely fill the strike zone without the offense really attacking it, is even if you do lose the strike zone, you miss a couple pitches and you're down the count 2-0, you still have that confidence of being able to come back and just fire away at the strike zone, find your spots, and that is such an advantage on the bump.
That's for sure. Hunter Carlson, who singled his last time up. We'll look at ball 1. So far, Manick has retired 7 straight stompers at the plate. It's the 1-0. That's across for strike 1. Goes to 1 ball and 1 strike on Carlson.
I mean, the only hits he's allowed was a Chase Taylor chopper that just sailed over his head, and then the Hunter Carlson hit that just squeaked through the 6-hole. He's been missing barrels all night. I think the best piece was Chase Taylor in the beginning of this inning.
The fly ball hit to left. Going to be playable for Mooser. He'll make the catch. It's another 1-2-3 inning for Kai Manick. Locked in through 3 straight. Still pitching a shutout as we'll go to the bottom half of the third. Still 2-0 Menlo Park Legends in front of the Sonoma Stompers. Welcome you back to the Menlo Park Legends live stream network. Menlo Park Legends in front on the Sonoma Stompers 2-0 as we're now in the bottom of the third. So Logan Figler's day is complete for the Stompers, as now coming on the pinch will be Drew Kaplan, junior right-handed pitcher from Oakland, product of Oakland Tech. We're going to try to slow down the Legends here. First pitch in to Aaron Lewis, taken for a ball high.
Now batting, Aaron Lewis.
Now we're Stompers coming into tonight. They have a 5-win, 4-loss record. As you know, the Stompers, they tend to be the front runners in the CCL North. Of course, you know, there's some other teams off to a hot start. Granted, the San Luis Obispo Blues at 9-2 coming into tonight, winning 8 straight. 3-0 on Lewis. See if he'll get the green light.
Drew Kaplan.
And, you know, the Alameda Merchants, affiliate team at 4-3. The Crawdads also at 4-3. Currently in the top 3 in the North. It's ball 4. Aaron Lewis with the leadoff walk. And if you go look at the South Division, 6-1 win-loss for the Santa Barbara Foresters, along with the Orange County Riptide at 8-2, and the reigning CCL champs, the Caneo Oaks, at 5-2 to open up their slate of the CCL season.
22, Ryan Duran.
Well, you know, how much time there is in the season, Spencer, you know, I feel like it's, you know, looking at these standings, you know, a lot can change.
Yeah, absolutely. It's really about building an identity, right? All these players, I know both these teams have some returning players, but it's you have like this whole new group, so it's a whole new puzzle you need to solve. Not every recruit you're gonna have is gonna have his best summer, and so it takes a while to find who's gonna fit who. And what's the best lineup to put out? What's the best rotation? When do you want to use guys out of the bullpen? So it's all a puzzle that coaches are gonna need to solve. And when you're especially a guy like Sanzeri, who had a very successful season at Ohlone College, you know he's trying to make a run with his team as a pitching coach, and so to have to worry about putting together the Legends roster, it puts a lot on his plate.
Backdoor a throw, gets away from first. Lewis not able to advance, however, as he'll stay put. There's Ryan Duran at the plate, counted 1-1 on him as he singled his last time up and came in the score on the RBI triple from Carlos Cruz-Mar. Coming into the summer, sure some Legends fans they're high on Ryan Duran as he was top 5 hitter in the nation in the NAIA ranks out of Westcliff University. Despite the level, he has shown some contact prowess, being an efficient hitter to open up 2026.
Not the start Kaplan wanted.
3-1 count on Duran. He'll line it out to left, to short. It's caught. Ayala trying to get Lewis at first, but he's able to make it back. A line out to the shortstop, and there's one away.
Nice play by Ayala. Again, a little jump and grab. Little too aggressive there from Aaron Lewis.
Carlos Cruz.
I mean, he wasn't going to third on that. There's no reason to take a couple extra steps towards second there.
Yeah, he's been playing some nice defense there over a short tonight. Ayala's been getting a fair amount of balls hit his way, and he's been able to get those outs.
And he showed the range. He showed his soft hands, being able to pick the ball. That's all you can really ask from a shortstop. Good arm, too, on that throw.
For sure, as Cruz-Mar will look at ball 2. Or is Cruz-Mar able to get the Legends to early 2-0 lead his last time up with the RBI triple and scoring on the E4 on the relay. Moved the first by Kaplan. Our check on Lewis over there.
And Garcia's had a tough inning already with the back pick attempt from Bonfigli. And now the throw over from Kaplan. There's got to be a wall out there. We talked about the foul territory. If that ball kicks away, Lewis has got a chance to reach third.
3-0 to Cruz Mar. Fastball up in the zone, but it's in for strike. Seeing some gap power from Cruz Mar over these last few games. Big hack there, but he'll send it foul straight back.
Yeah, we see Chase Taylor not playing exactly straight up, but I don't know, about 8 steps to his left.
Dimensions here at Baylands, 326 down the line, 375 in the gaps, and 385 to dead center field. That's where Cruz Mar was trying to send it. Ayala with the toss to second, and on to first in time, double play to retire the side. Bryson Ayala continuing to be a vacuum cleaner out in the middle infield for Sonoma as they're able to get out of the inning, leaving one on, as it remains a 2-0 game as we go to the fourth here on the Menlo Park Legends live stream network. Well, the performance that Kai Manick has been having tonight for the Legends, Nick Sanzeri awards him with another inning. So we're now in the fourth, still 2-0. Legends in front of the Stompers.
Number 36.
We've seen the starter typically go about 3 or 4 innings, just even if they're cruising. He's usually got his pitchers on a pitch count. You know, we're still getting into mid-June here, so they're still pretty fresh off their collegiate seasons.
Due up here for the Sonoma, it will be Angel Garcia, Trent Keys, and Mateo Heredia scheduled to hit this inning. 4, 5, and 6 through the lineup. Garcia looks at strike one as he reached on an error his last time up. Swing and a miss. Strike two. Kai Manick, the fastball sits between 85 and 86 miles per hour. It's all about his control and command. Just been the story tonight. Swung on and chopped foul and over to the third base coaching box.
Trying to do his best Bryson Ayala impersonation over there with his feeling that little foul ball. Man, another play to his left, up the middle, showing his range to his left and his right tonight. That guy's going to be the first on the field after this half inning.
Yeah, that's something that you have to love if you're a summer ball coach. You know, you go out and find a solid middle infielder that could play good defense, has a nice glove.
Pitcher's best friend.
That one's sent right back up the middle in the center field. Andrew Garcia with the leadoff knock. The Stompers trying to get something going here as Kai Manick has been on it tonight.
Number 3, Trent Keys.
He had 8 retired in a row before the Garcia single. Middle hitter up for the Stompers is Trent Keys, who was one of the 4 strikeout victims tonight for the Stompers by Kai Manick. Manic's first pitch to him just a little outside. Able to find the zone there. Not too far off from the last pitch. Goes to 1-1.
Yeah, last time Stompers got their leadoff man on, they stranded the bases loaded, Philip, with 2 strikeouts to end that first inning. You got to think they're licking their chops to getting that opportunity again, thinking that these bats, top to bottom, are going to start to figure it out sooner or later.
Another one hit up the middle, takes a big hop off the top of the mound. Back-to-back singles to center field. The Stompers trying to get some coal in the engine of the hit train.
Yeah, a couple hard hit singles, too, and right back up the middle, so that means they're timing it up right. And all of a sudden, that right field line bullpen for the Legends is getting a little bit more active, a little bit more movement. Seeing some more green jerseys going up and down. Sinzeri's having some conversations in the dugout.
Just the second time through the order for Sonoma. There's the bunt by Heredia over at first, a good one. And get the play at first. Nice toss by Manic. He leaves the mound. But that does advance both Garcia and Keys 90 feet.
Great bunt. Great bunt by Heredia. Pitching fielding practice, too, for Manic. He's doing it all.
So it does put the tying run in scoring position for Sonoma. Nick Sebastiani, even though he's at the bottom of the order, still a dangerous hitter. He's going to look at strike one. Sebastiani, as mentioned, this is his third summer consecutively with the Stompers. He is from Sonoma, went to Sonoma Valley High School. Plays his JUCO ball at Santa Rosa JC. Still looking for a 4-year home. He just wrapped up his sophomore year with the Bearcats. So over his 2 summers, he is 311. He's going to go down on 3 pitches. So Kai Manic strikes out the Stompers' fan favorite.
Yeah, how about 2 at-bats where it's a good morning, good night. 3 pitches, 3 strikes in both at-bats. It's been a tough start to this night for Sebastiani.
There comes the human vacuum cleaner and Bryson Ayala. Look at strike one. Solid pitch there by Manic to begin the AB.
And Manic looking like his self. He's showing the reason why Sinzeri, sent him out here to start.
It's way outside. One. Ayala hits nothing but the air for strike 2.
Yeah, Stompers are just not ready for that slider that just cuts over the plate, finishes on the outside corner.
And another one gets Ayala to look as he becomes a window shopper to retire the side. Kai Manic fights his way out of another jam, leaving 2 on for Sonoma, keeping the shutout and the lead for the Legends as we'll go to the bottom of the 4th. Menlo Park with Ethan Mooser, Casey Levin McGee, and Isaac Findell due up when we come back. The Legends being fueled by a solid pitching performance by Kai Manick will come up for the bottom of the fourth, up 2-0 against Sonoma. So Ethan Mooser will lead off. He'll take ball one. There's a strike in by Kaplan, who's out for another inning of work after he came in to relieve for Logan Figler. The line to center field, and it's going to drop in for a base hit. Ethan Mooser starting off the right way for Menlo Park.
That's all you need to start a rally. Catch one off the end of the bat. Legends, a great start from Manick, really setting this team up with 4 shutout innings. You want to add on more than 2. It's going to be tough to keep this Stompers team to just 2 runs for a full 9 innings. They've done a great job in the first half of this game. You want to add on here and really step on their throats.
Strike one into Casey Levitt McGee. It's Ethan Mooser, the redshirt sophomore out of Mount Elgin, Ontario, Canada, plays for Northern Colorado. At 276 at Northern Colorado with 4 home runs and 30 RBIs. Not too shabby of a year.
Hitters love to hit in that altitude.
The 1-1. Now to 2-1. You know, I find it kind of interesting, Spencer. For the longest time, I always wondered why Colorado just had one D1 program.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure, like, years ago, like, Colorado, like the Buffaloes, as we know them, and Colorado State, I'm sure they had baseball teams, but maybe dropped their programs along the way. And then, you know, you have a few other D2 powerhouses in Colorado mixed in there, like Colorado Mesa, you know, Colorado State Pueblo, or Colorado State Colorado Springs, you know, just to name a few.
Yeah, it's a beautiful state, too.
Oh.
Great city, Denver. You know, they got the Rockies there, the Broncos. Like, they've got sports. It is kind of strange to think about it. I haven't really dug that deep into that thought. That's a good point, Philip.
So I want to apologize. So there is a new pitcher in the game. We're just getting word of that now. Excuse us for our miscorrection. You're the run on the new arm coming in as Isaac Findell tries to put a bunt down, but sends it foul.
So now the Stompers, or the Legends, taking a page out of the Stompers book, trying to get those first 2 guys on, get a bunt to move them both into scoring position. Let's see if the Legends can execute the bunt and try and get those runners in, unlike the Stompers. Good start by Fendel. You want to get that third baseman to field that bunt. Bunt to third base, because then that almost leaves third base wide open, which guarantees that Mooser can get to third safely. You can see that third baseman playing in on the grass there already.
Runners at first and second. Casey Levitt McGee able to reach on the walk. Fendel grounded out to short. So he's going to look at strike 2.
It didn't even offer to show bunt there, so clearly the swing mode was activated after that foul ball.
That's Griffin Messenger out on the mound for Sonoma. Fendel sends it through the hole to the right side, and rounding the score is Mooser. And hurrying back to second. Oh, it hits off of the helmet from the looks of it, as Levitt McGee thought about going third, but instead he'll stay put. Nonetheless, Isaac Findell delivers with the RBI single to now make it 3-0 Legends.
That'll play better than a bunt, Phillip. You'll take that any day of the week. How about a ground ball to right field? That's textbook right there. 2-strike approach by Findell. I think Mooser had an excellent jump. He might have been going to third on it because he was easily into home. I mean, it made the decision to throw home or to hit the cutoff for Trent Keys. Levitt McGee was caught in hot water, but he was able to make it back safely. And you just want to keep pouring it on here if you're the Legends. Keep the momentum going.
So Griffin Messenger, who now in the game finding himself in a bit of traffic here, Tyler O'Toole will come up to hit as Messenger, a recent high school graduate, Justin Siena High. O'Toole, high fly ball out in the left center field. It's got a little bit of carry, but it's going to be caught by Sebastiani. It's enough for Levitt McGee to tag as he'll go to third. Findell stays put at first. O'Toole able to get a productive out.
Not an easy play by Sebastiani there. Fighting the sun. We've already seen Mooser have trouble in left field too. Going towards that fence. You're just waiting to feel that dirt on your cleat. And no, you're just one or two steps away from colliding with the fence, which is a scary play as an outfielder. I mean, you're running in blind towards a wall while trying to track down a fly ball that just keeps sailing on your. Tough play.
A tough play, but gives you a chance to the range. And yes, he did, Spitzer. As Levin McGee will jog on home as Messenger gets booked with the balk. So now it makes it a 4-0 lead here for Menlo Park. Findell will go to second. As a little discombobulated there on the rubber. There's Nate Bateman. He's going to look at a first pitch ball, and it's one of those things with Messenger being a recent high school grad that going up against some experienced college guys, he may get a little out of place there on the rubber. Fly ball hit down the right field line, and running over to make the catch, Trent Keys. And they're going to say that Findell left too early, so they'll get the out at second to end the inning. Bit of a odd end.
He might have thought there were 2 outs, and he was just going on contact or something, but that was the easiest double play you'll see.
Yeah, well, it goes as a double play there to retire the side, but the Legends do add on 2 more to extend their lead, as it's going to be 4-0 going into the 5th inning. Halfway home here at Baylands Park in Palo Alto as you're tuned in to Menlo Park Legends Baseball on the Menlo Park Legends live stream network.
Andrew Benethacci.
Top of the 5th here. The Legends able to score 2 more in their bottom half of the 4th and make it now 4-0. Andrew Bonfigli will lead off as he'll take ball 1. My score goes like this. Check swing as they say no. Well, no runs, 4 hits, 1 error for Sonoma. 4 runs, 5 hits, and only 1 error for the Legends. Strike 1. Count goes to 2-1 here on Bonfigli, who grounded out to short his last time up. High fly ball hit the center. Griffin, ranging back, will make the play. There's one gone. Spencer, the Stompers have a little bit of a history that is worth noting about. Of course, with Zach Pace being a longtime head coach there, but in the early years of when the team was founded, they were actually a semi-professional team playing in the Pacific Association.
Oh, wow.
There's Chase Taylor to lead off. He'll take ball one. Yeah, they had some winning seasons as a pro squad before they decided to become a collegiate summer ball team. Just missed, goes to 2-0. Zach Pace himself, he was an indie ball player for 10 seasons from 06 to 16 before he became a coach. Some of which came with the former indie ball team based in Sonoma. And even some with the San Rafael Pacifics. I believe are still active. Goes to 3-1 on Chase Taylor, but get this. When they were an indie ball team, they had some of the first early women players to play professionally, at least in the modern era.
Wow, how about that?
One of which is well-known Kelsey Whitmore, who is known for pitching with the Savannah Bananas and also was the first overall pick for this year's first season of the Women's Professional Baseball League.
That's right. That just kicked off this year, Philip. Really exciting.
Chase Taylor able to reach on a one-out single to center field. Yeah, but, quite the story that Sonoma has with their history. And, Kelsey Whitmore, she's one of my favorites. Had a chance to watch her when she pitched with the Oakland Ballers. Here's Tino Vassell, who was 0 for 2 on the game with a flyout and a strikeout. Lines that one to right, and it will fall in for a base hit. Back-to-back singles go for the Stompers. There's runners at first and second with one out.
And another inning where the first two reach via the hit against Manic. He was able to get out of some hot water in the first, again last inning, by getting a free out with the sac bunt and then 2 straight strikeouts. He's really only recorded his strikeouts when he gets into hot water, which is strange but also incredibly impressive.
Yeah, Kai Manick has been on it tonight, and he's allowed a few hits to these Stompers hitters, but whenever he finds himself in a traffic jam on the base pass, he's able to fight his way out of it. Kind of like if you're riding a motorcycle on the freeway and trying to avoid CHP. Here's Hunter Carlson, 1 for 2 on the night. Swung on a miss on the off speed from Manick. Looked like that one was a changeup.
Yeah, just gorgeous. I mean, zero panic in this kid tonight. Like 2 guys on, gets a nice slider over the plate for strike 1. Beautiful changeup that runs off the plate for strike 2. Now he's in the driver's seat. I mean, he can do anything here.
That one gets away, and it's going to advance Taylor over to third, so pass ball.
Really good heads-up base running by Taylor. It gets tough when that ball squirts behind the catcher because you don't know where it is. If you don't know where it is as a base runner, you can't be confident in taking the extra 90 feet. So great job tracking that ball, seeing it go in between Bateman's legs, and then just taking off. Zero play for Bateman there.
Bounce foul over to first.
And now the approach changes for Carlson. Now you want to get a ball in the air and deep so you can get that sac fly and score Taylor. And all of a sudden you're on the board in the run column. And runs for an offense, it's like blood in the water for a Sharks. Once it starts, you start to get that build-up with the bats.
Foul just barely. Looked like that one went off of Bateman at the plate. In the middle infield playing relatively back. Do have a chance to turn a double play with Tino Vassell still at first. Or is Carlson one of the more dangerous hitters to open up the CCL 2026 summer? Coming into tonight with a .419 batting average along with 2 home runs and a league-leading 15 RBIs through his first 9 games played. And Hunter Carlson had a solid season at Georgia State with the Panthers, where he hit .290 in 53 games with 7 homers. A defensively sound catcher at that. That one's across for, well, it was strike 3, but it didn't get the motion call from the umpire, but Carlson does go down with the backwards K. 2 gone.
Now batting, number 36.
Yeah, Carlson didn't love that call. I think he thought it was a little too inside. Not the first Stomper to have a conversation with the home plate umpire. And with 1 out and second base open, Vassell has been leaning a bit over there. I'd be on your toes if I'm Manick trying to manage him and Bateman.
Check swing, as they say Angel Garcia went around. Angel Garcia has reached base twice tonight with an error and a single. Sonoma trying to break out of the shutout here. Swung on and fouled to the right. Goes to 0-2.
Again, just ahead 0-2. Now he's just totally in the driver's seat. He can go right back in the strike zone, challenge the hitter if he wants. He can go out of the strike zone a couple times, try and get Garcia to get himself out. Like, the options are just open for Manick.
Runner takes off, and that one's fouled.
Yeah, Stompers want to take away that double play threat that leaves more runners on base for them. With 1 out here, double play ends this inning. And another Stompers threat goes bleak.
So 0-2 count on Garcia. Manick trying to work out of another jam here. One's flown to right. It'll be playable for Lewis.
He's got to play at first. Yep.
Can of Cornhart. That's the 3rd out. Well, the Legends continuing to be fueled by the pitching performance by Kai Manick, as the Stompers leave 2 on 2 hits. Still not able to break the ceiling here in this one, as we'll go to the bottom of the 5th. 4-0, Legends in front. I got 48. Back here in Palo Alto, 4-0. The Legends still lead over the Stompers. As they lead off at the top of the order, 1, 2, and 3, as Mason Griffin delivers with the leadoff knock.
Not wasting any time. First pitch. All gas, no brakes. Line one on the right field. That feels good.
New pitcher for Sonoma is Evan Sandoval.
Batting, number 17.
So it's the fourth arm that Zach Pace is bringing out tonight for his Stompers.
Wait, what's his name?
Aaron Lewis will look at the first pitch from Sandoval in for strike one.
Pitching for the Stompers, Evan Sandoval.
Those were a pickoff, trying to catch Griffin napping, but Mason Griffin wide awake.
Yeah, creative slide there. Almost slid on his left hand inside, avoiding the tag from Garcia. Avoided a pickoff out there.
That one just misses for a ball. Evan Sandoval out of Santa Rosa. Delivers strike two, goes to 1-2 as he's also a Santa Rosa JC product coming by way of Cardinal Newman High School. This year he finished with 3-2 win-loss record with a 4.25 ERA and had 3 saves with 40 strikeouts for SRJC. He's still looking for a 4-year home. Count now at 2-2.
Yeah, it's tough getting recruiting.
That pitch gets away as it will allow Griffin to move over to second. Took a wide turn, not that aggressive, however, but he'll stay put.
Yeah, 3-2 now. You want to... Sandoval's got to challenge you. Doesn't want to get the first 2 guys on with nobody out. So, if you're Aaron Lewis, you're just trying to do something productive. Find a way to get Griffin to third base via the hit or a productive out.
Stays at 2-2 for Lewis. It's grounded out to short and walked so far tonight. It's been that middle part of the order that's provided the Legends run output in this one. Sandoval delivers. Misses inside. It's going to be another walk awarded for Lewis.
Pretty easy take there, too. And here's the hot hitter we've been talking about all night, Duran, who's already got 1 hit in a line out
22, Ryan.
to Ayala. So he's seeing the ball well tonight.
All foul balls to the concession stand to receiver award.
Yeah, Ryan Duran, he's 1 for 2. A single in the first, and he lined out to Bryson Ayala at short in the third. Another one gets away and goes to the backstop. That will move both of the Legends runners, Griffin the third and Lewis the second.
And let's see if the Stompers bring this infield in now. Down 4, and they do. So with no outs, Griffin's not going on just anything in play on the ground here.
Well, the infield coming in for the Stompers, trying to prevent another run from coming in.
A big stop there from Bonfigley.
Sandoval just trying to find a strike zone here. A bit of a struggle to open up the fifth. Start off with a leadoff single for Mason Griffin and a walk to Aaron Lewis. Strike on the inside part to Duran. Goes to 2-1.
That's a good take, though, from Duran. That's not what you're looking for, 2-0. You want the right pitch at the right spot because you're still ahead in the count 2-1 right now. So, great take.
Tried to go for that one, but it's fouled. Sandoval could get the fastball up to about the high 80s. Two and two. Let's see where he goes here. That one's fair down the left field line. It should score 2. Griffin is in. Here comes Lewis. As the Legends now make it 6-0 thanks to the 2 RBI single by Duran.
That right there is the hit that they've been waiting for all season long. That they were finally able to get in that 9th inning yesterday in their first win of the season, and they're getting it more and more. We've seen it a few times already tonight, Phillip, and it's the difference between being up 6-0 and chasing a 5-0 lead, and it's a totally different team we're seeing tonight. And it's that reason, being able to get the hit, the good start, the good defense, whole new team tonight.
Just putting the ball in play. The Legends making it happen, especially with guys setting up the table for the RBI drivers. It's Carlos Cruz-Mar takes strike one as he has an RBI himself with a triple, grounded to a double play. Down early at 0-2.
Taking advantage of mistakes as well. The 2 pass balls set up second and third.
That's one that Sandoval wanted, but couldn't get it.
Yeah, some Stompers hitters aren't going to be happy with that call. It looks like a similar call they've been rung up on. Just maybe off the plate. Great pitch.
They'll look at that one outside. So far, it's the third 2-run inning that the Legends have been able to muster here tonight. Had a 2-run first inning, then they scored 2 in the 4th. Now 2 here in the 5th. Good eyes there by Cruz-Mar.
2 easy takes.
Swung on and missed as he'll go down. It's 1 gone.
If I'm Sandoval, I'm trying to find out a way to get a ground ball to Ayala. Anything hit that guy's way is at least an out or 2.
A Mooser who singled his last time up and scored. Get a chance to see Sandoval. 1 for 2 on the game. Yeah, it's hit a ground ball, but it wasn't to Ayala. It's the second base to Vassell.
Interesting to see when we've seen other teams come to town like the Seagulls and the Blues. We've seen some lefty shifts, Phillip, from these coaches really playing into the hitters' splits and their spray charts. It's been pretty much all straight up for the Stompers tonight, despite whether it's a righty or a lefty facing a righty or a lefty.
Strike 2 into Mooser, and and I think that's another thing we've seen a lot with the Legends playing at home. They haven't really been able to hit around too many defensive shifts against the teams they've seen so far this summer.
No, I mean, you've seen professional players take advantage of it. Brandon Belt was famous for bunting because the closest player to the ball was the pitcher or the third baseman playing at second base.
Speed there. Nice pitch out the hands of Sandoval for another strikeout.
Yeah, dirty two-seam. Starts on the play and then just kind of runs away from the bat almost. That's just really well executed by Sandoval. 2 big strikeouts here after the 2-run single. He's really starting to settle in.
Now batting, number 7, Casey, leave it.
Well, it hasn't been like the Stompers have had too mmany struggles. It's just about trying to get some runs across. They've been shut out through 5 so far. There's Casey Levitt-McGee coming up with 2 out. First pitch to him, missed outside. Paints the corner there with the fastball. Goes to 1-1.
Yeah, Levitt McGee's going to see a lot of that two-seam off the plate. That really just seems to be the only pitch working for Sandoval tonight.
Swung on and fouled off to the left.
Bring all foul balls to concession stand, please, for a reward. Thank you. For a reward, please. Thank you. That's fine.
Got him. Strike 3. Sandoval goes off speed once again, and even for allowing 2 runs on 2 hits, he's able to get 3 straight strikeouts. And in my book, Spencer, that's striking out the side.
Yeah, no kidding. How about that? Trying to settle in. A little too late. Gives up the 2 runs, but you walk off with a smile on your face, at least, from Sandoval.
The Legends leave one on, but they do bring across 2 to make it 6-0 as we'll go to the 6th inning as you're tuning the Menlo Park Legends baseball here on the Menlo Park Legends live stream network.
Now batting, number 3.
6-0 as we're now on the top of the 6th. And man, boy, was I fooled talking about the Division I baseball landscape in Colorado. And apologies for anyone in the Air Force, but the Air Force Academy, I left out, giving that rundown. Fly ball out to left field by Trent Keys as it's going to be caught by Ethan Mooser for the first out.
Used up every inch of that left field wall, man. That was Ethan Mooser could touch the fence there. That ball was rocked to left field. But Air Force, yeah, not a program to sleep on. A great pull by Jack, who's on our data tonight.
This is his first game, by the way, folks. Welcome Jack to the team after he's coming off a season with Cal Poly. Of course, the run that Cal Poly had to regionals. So he got a chance to see some fun baseball down in San Luis Obispo.
Yeah, memorable season for the Mustangs.
Mateo Heredia checks the swing but goes around for strike 2. Kai Manick still out on the rubber. Yeah, Air Force Academy in Colorado Springs. Call strike 3. Kai Manick has been locked in, folks. Give him now 8 strikeouts on the game.
Now batting, number 6.
3 of them looking, Phillip. And that's just been where he's been around the strike zone. He's just been all on the corners. He's gotten the out every way possible.
Sebastiani jammed there, sends it foul.
The right approach for Sebastiani. He's been sat down on 3 pitches, both of his at-bats. Obviously not trying to get the hat trick before the 7th inning, so he's coming out swinging. He wants to put the ball in play. He wants to get this ball dirty.
And it's not so much that he's been overpowering. He's just really had so much control. You got to give credit to his placement where he can spot the ball in the strike zone.
Yeah,
there goes a 2-1.
You got to credit the game plan for the Stompers coming into tonight that was put together by Manick and Bateman. Looks like we might have Will Robbins in now behind the dish.
That's right, Will
One of the
Robbins
legends.
coming in the catch.
Interesting move. Typically, if a pitcher's dealing like this, he kind of becomes best friends with the catcher behind the dish. They're like on the same page. They've been going through each at bat together. You typically want to keep that connection in the game. But Will Robbins in up behind the dish.
That one will get in the center field, right back up the middle by Sebastiani. So he'll keep the inning going. Yeah, it's the common change that gets made by Nick Sinzeri, where usually by the 6th inning is where he'll make the defensive changes.
Yeah, Sinzeri's been pretty consistent with keeping those legs fresh behind the plate. Getting that catcher sub in around the 6th inning, 7th inning. Robbins is another returning legend from last season. Successful season behind the plate and in the box. Showcasing his power. Going over to play at...
He doesn't get that one there. And look good from our angle.
Yeah, that's a good spot. Definitely don't want this inning to snowball here if you're Manick.
He's been on a roll, but seems like the roll is starting to slow down as he'll give up the walk to Bryson Ayala. 2 on with 2 out here in the top of the 6th.
Number 25, Andrew Bonfigley.
Yeah, and a pitching performance is pretty much like it's almost like a party fill-up. You know, how it starts and how it ends is really what you take away from the performance. Obviously, Manick has been stellar tonight, despite how he finishes tonight with 5 2/3 shutout innings. But if you're Manick, right now he's thinking he wants to end this on a high note. Whether it's this inning or if he does get the opportunity to pitch into the 7th inning, he wants to end this on his terms, end this how he started the night.
Andrew Bonfigley, who's 0 for 2. Come up to the plate here. Count at 1-1. Oh, it's lined the second and is caught by Ryder Kelly. Another defensive sub. As I like to call him Red Bottoms as he rocks the red cleats. As he'll make the catch to retire the side. Still 6-0. Legends will come back up to hit in the bottom of the 6th with 7, 8, and 9 due up. Here we are on the bottom of the sixth, folks, as Ryder Kelly
Now batting.
will be leading off for the Legends, as the new arm out for the Stompers is Wes Harwell. Wes Harwell, a big arm who comes by way of University of San Francisco,
Wes Harwell.
all the way from Mountain View, just down the road. Ryder Kelly had himself a game last night where he was able to be a part of that ninth inning comeback for the Legends.
Potentially a defensive replacement as well. With all due respect to Fendel, Kelly showcased a great defensive outing against the Blues just this past Wednesday.
The cross for strike two to Kelly. The one thing I like about Ryder Kelly is his bat speed. It's just elite, able to get the head around like real quick.
Yeah, those bat speed numbers, an important number. One of the bigger stats that changes when you see a player go from a great season to struggles, or someone who's struggling to a breakout season, is that bat speed.
Harwell, he'll get the fastball up to 90. 2-2 coming to Kelly. Gets around on that one, but bounces it to short. Ayala with another nice play made for the first out. Now coming off the Charger to hit in this inning is Joaquin Stewart.
Now batting. Number 2.
Joaquin Stewart is an Ohlone guy. Yeah, he's hitting in the spot of Tyler O'Toole. Look at the first pitch, ball high. It's bounced. It goes to 2-0.
Stewart's another great example of why it's just so hard to get recruited. I mean, 2 years, 2 seasons in the JUCO level. Clearly has talent. He hit 365 last season at Ohlone. 57 RBIs. Like, the kid can hit. Just needs to
Bounced
find
over
that
to
home.
third. Radia deep in the hole, but still able to get the throw in time. It's 2 away. And that's got you off there, Spencer.
Yeah, no, it just shows just how tough it is. I mean, Stewart, a guy that can hit, hit 384 this season, 365 last season. So even taking a step forward from 365
Number 24.
and still looking for that permanent home. It's tough out there, Philip.
It sure is, especially in this day of the transfer portal and NIL being a factor. It's Will Robbins swings and misses at the first pitch. You know, the JUCO guys, you know, they kind of get the last picks, like the short end of the stick when it comes to trying to find a 4-year home, just knowing that there's a guy playing at a mid-major in front of him that's looking to make it on a Power 4 squad. Or even at times, maybe a guy that's not getting much playing time out of Power 4 might want to transfer down to a mid-major or a small conference school.
You know, sometimes the only offer you can get is a coach saying, hey, we'll put you on the roster, but you're going to fight for a role. Like, you can't even guarantee you a spot.
Oh, high chopper over the head of Ayala in the left center. So Will Robbins, who goes in with the freshest legs, able to outdo Bryson Ayala at short.
Yeah, that's the Baylands infield for you. It's a hard infield. That thing's a trampoline. That thing kicks, and that's why we saw Kuzmar not mess around with trying to read hops over at third base earlier in the game, going and attacking balls, preventing those hops. Not much Ayala can do though in that situation. You can't grow on the spot, Philip.
Bryson Ayala, who we've seen tonight, a defensive nuisance for the Legends hitters, not able to get the one that had a mind of its own. Top of the order for the Legends, Mason Griffin swings at the first pitch, but will send it foul. Griffin's 1 for 3 on the game with a single. He did come around to score. I was on the 2 RBI single from Ryan Duran in the 5th inning. Robbins trying to go for second. He stumbled. Slides back head first.
Trying to make things exciting over there. He's getting bored or something. It looked like he was just taking off and got caught under his feet, slipped, had to hit the brakes.
Oh, he's sitting for 6 innings, so I can only imagine. Hey.
Got to get the blood flowing.
2-1 on Griffin. Takes that one outside.
Griffin's been more comfortable against the right-handed pitcher. Obviously, Figler, a lefty, in his first 2 plate appearances, 0 for 2. Was able to line a rocket off Sandoval his last at-bat, last inning.
He did go on the swing there. Goes to 2-2.
Nasty pitch. Well, you got to stay in swing mode, though, with 2 strikes here. Find a gap or a line with 2 outs. Robbins eager to get off first base.
The full count for Griffin. Robbins takes off, but it was strike 3. A 1 runner left on for the Legends. As we'll go to the 7th, still 6-0, Menlo Park in front of Sonoma. Into the 7th inning with the score still 6-0 for the Legends, trying to go for win number 2 on the summer, trying to hand the Stompers their 2nd straight loss as they are in good standing to do so. Kai Manick still pitching a shutout out on the rubber for Menlo Park. Deliver strike one in to Chase Taylor. Misses outside with the 0-1. Give you the defensive changes made by the Legends as Ryder Kelly now in the game is short. Joaquin Stewart goes to second. Will Robbins is behind home plate for the second inning. And then Paul Wagner is also in the game in left field. Ball missed low, goes to 3-1.
A lot of confidence from Senzeri in Manic to go after this top of the order for the fourth time tonight. I mean, you look at any level, any pitching splits, that order batting average gets higher and higher and higher the more times they see a starting pitcher.
Correction on one of the defensive changes. That's Joey DeMelio now in left field as Chase Taylor goes down looking on strike three. And so it's DeMelio in left. Michael Aikawa will go to third in substitution for Cruz Mar. And also Ethan Jackson is over at first base. Strike one in for Tino Vassell. Goes to 1-1. Vassell 1 for 3 on a game. That pitch runs in, almost hits him, but doesn't.
And you'd think, obviously going in a shutout, taking a shutout into the seventh inning, the Stompers' offense has just been so silent. Not exactly the case. They've had 2 runners left on base in each of the last 3 innings. It's been the Legends' problem all year. They just haven't been able to get the big hit, and that's been their Achilles heel tonight. Manic has had no panic with the runners on.
Hey, they both rhyme, right? Manic with no panic. The shallow fly ball to center. Griffin will come in and will make the catch. 2 away. That will bring up DH Hunter Carlson, who's been calmed down a little bit by Kai Manic's pitching performance. Only a single to his name, along with a fly out to left and a strikeout looking.
Yeah, just got the hitting streak out of the way with the 1 hit in the first inning, and it's been pretty smooth sailing since.
Delivers strike one. And the Carlson.
And it's tough as a DH. It's fun because, your job is to just hit all day. But the benefit of playing defense, too, is you have the defensive abilities to make plays and kind of wipe off any mistakes or bad approaches at the play. As a DH, after you're at bat, you strike out. Carlson's been thinking about his strikeout looking since the 5th inning.
He's trying to go for number 10 here, see if he can crack double digits in the K column. The 0-2 pitch on the way. Swung on and miss. That's K for Kai. Give him now 10 on the game. Keeping the shutout through 7 innings strong. A workhorse trying to show why he deserves to go to a 4-year. As this stretch time here in Palo Alto with the Legends cruising away from the Stompers, 6-0 as you're tuned into Menlo Park Legends baseball here on the Menlo Park Legends live stream network. We got 2 winners. Or 4 winners. Kai Manick continues to put on a pitching clinic here at Baylands Park in Palo Alto tonight. He pitches 7 shutout innings with 10 strikeouts. As we're now in the bottom of the 7th with the Legends up 6-0 on the Stompers. As due up will be Lewis, Duran, and Stewart.
Now batting, number 17.
Beg your pardon. Make that Aikawa, who will be batting in the 3rd spot, due up in this inning. Batting cleanup, as a matter of fact. Aaron Lewis with 2 walks on the night. Able to add a boost to that on-base percentage. Whereas he's one of the hotter bats for Menlo Park to open up the summer.
Yeah, he's a bat that's probably going to be hard for Cinzeri to take out of the lineup going forward.
And a new pitcher on the mound for Sonoma, by the way, as it's Luke Zamolik out of Monroe, Washington, but goes to school at Youngstown State in Ohio. Swung on a miss. Gets Lewis down 0-2. It's a fastball at 91 miles per hour. Yeah. Find it weird that a college in Ohio, the mascot of being the Penguins, but okay.
Yeah, someone who attended a college in Ohio. Not too many Penguins. Not too many.
Can only imagine. Lewis, the fly ball to left. It'll be playable for Sebastiani. He'll come in a little bit to make the catch. Luke Zamolik for Youngstown State. It was actually a year that he pitched, as in 2026. He logged 35 2/3 innings on the mound with 33 strikeouts. Here's Ryan Duran. He's 2 for 3 with 2 RBIs on the night. A little dirt on the uniform as well.
Michael Aikawa. Thank you.
0-1 in for strike 2 to Duran. They say he went around on the swing. The count is at 1-2 now.
Had me fooled as well, Philip.
Zamolik try to go for the breaking pitch there, but misses way out. Count at 2 balls and 2 strikes on number 22. Foul tipped into the glove of Bonfigley. Strike 3. There's 2 away for Zamolik. And as Michael Aikawa will come up to the plate for the first time tonight. Let you know, next home game for the Legends, it will be this upcoming Tuesday as they will see the Walnut Creek Crawdads. Guess what, folks? It's going to be Spencer Tracy's first go doing the solo game.
It'll just be me. We'll miss Philip. But we'll still have some fun here on the Menlo Park Legends live stream broadcast. Hoping to keep the potential win streak alive here. Legends looking good already in this one, up 6-0. Chaos could have hurt. These two teams had a wild night in Sonoma last night. The Stompers could look to break even here with this game not being over as well. But very much looking forward to Wednesday night, Philip.
Yeah, absolutely. Kawa swings and misses with that. One goes to 1 ball and 2 strikes. It started out fouled at the plate. Looked like it got Bonfigley pretty good there.
Yeah, you got to be a warrior to play that, to be in that squad all night long. I mean, you're just taking punches all night. Be a fun bruise to wake up to tomorrow morning.
Oh, how about Jalen Brunson, NBA Finals MVP? Man, he took some bruises in the whole series.
Man, those guys play hard, man. Playoff basketball is just so different. I mean, you talk about all the great players who just can't take their superpowers to the playoffs. It's just a different type of basketball.
Aikawa goes down on strike 3 there to end the inning. So Luke Samolik goes 3 up, 3 down in the 7th to keep the Legends off the base paths there, but no harm, no foul, as they still hold a 6-0 lead as we go to the 8th here in Palo Alto. Kai Manick,
Now batting.
trying to empty out the gas tank here as he'll come out for the 8th. Having a stellar pitching performance. Ground ball to third. Off the glove of Aikawa, able to get the stop, but it's enough for Angel Garcia to reach on
Garcia with the base.
the ball in play there to lead off
Now
the inning.
batting, number 3, Trent Keys.
Yeah, tough play, do or die play on the backhand. Cowher able to knock it down. Looked like he had it, just kind of popped out of that glove. You know what they say, when you come into a game, that ball will find you, and that's exactly what it did to Aikawa.
Sure, Michael Aikawa substituting for Carlos Cruz Mar a couple of innings ago. Most of the entire Menlo Park infield was subbed out.
Yeah, pinch runner.
A pinch runner coming on for Sonoma. It's going to be it for Angel Garcia.
What do you think, Philip? You think that's a hit? We giving that to Garcia?
Well, it's very nice for Kai Vanek, but it was hit hard.
Broadcast, right? It's home
Yeah.
field advantage, right? You get to make the official scoring. That's how it works.
It was a hard hit ball.
Tough play. Probably
That one
gotta
was hit
have it.
much harder out the center field. Griffin tracking back on his office glove. It's going to go all the way to the wall. The runners had the hold, but they're able to advance, and Trent Keys,
Who's this? Pinch hitter.
that might go down as a double. Waiting the side on that one.
Yeah, I'm going to go E5 on Garcia, and then I'll give the double to Keys. I won't say give. He earned that.
Yo, do we have like the roster?
Yeah, it was hard hit, we'll say. Oh, we'll get the double.
That's going to be the night for Manic.
By the way, the pinch runner come in for Sonoma is Connor Johnston. And Kai Manick, and you talk about the finish that he has to the night, and even him going as far as the 8th inning, he'll leave the game, but have to tip your cap to the performance that he was able to put on for the Legends tonight in this one, Spencer.
Absolutely. He deserves every high five he's getting in the dugout, and it was a awesome performance to showcase in front of a good crowd here on a Sunday night. And I'm glad the Legends gave him a lead to be able to go this deep into a game, and Cinzeri having the awareness that he just had his stuff tonight. Everything was working. So awesome night for Kai Manick. He deserves all the praise.
Yeah, Kai Manick pitched 7 shutout innings. Will leave with 10 strikeouts to his name. And yes, indeed, quite the pitching performance that he put on against the Stompers. So we'll take a break and give you the rundown of the new arm coming in to relieve Manick here in the top of the 8th. It'll be Luke Corcoran to come on to relieve for Kai Manick after he leaves, pitching a stellar outing against Sonoma tonight. Right out the gate, fly ball to right. It's going to stay up and be caught by Lewis, but it is enough to tag up the runner Johnson from third. He'll score on the sac fly as Sonoma able to break out of the shutout. Now making it a 6-1 lead for the Legends.
And that'll be charged to Manick as well.
And so that's not something that new pitcher Luke Corcoran is hoping to have Kai Manick. You know, it's him losing the shutout, even with him not being in the game anymore. Swung on and miss on the first pitch. Luke Corcoran, grad student from Coppin State. East Coast guy out of Middletown, New Jersey. That's missed low for ball one. And then for strike two.
That's what you need from your bullpen. You got a good lead here. Got a good 6-1 lead. Just attack the strike zone. Facing some legs that have been sitting for 2 hours off the bench.
That one gets away from Robbins, as that will allow Keys to score on the wild pitch there. Now making it 7-2.
And if I'm the Sonoma Stompers, I just knocked out Kai Manick out of this game, the guy who's really been holding this offense back. And I just scored 2 runs, cut this lead down to 4, and I still got another inning. Like, this is all of a sudden like a brand new inning here for the Stompers.
Yeah, it does give the Stompers, who are a pretty good hitting team, that change of pace and the way that they could go about the rest of this game. course, for Corcoran, his job now is just to protect the lead. 2-2 pitch. Gets jammed there. Slow roller to second. Charging it is Stewart, and he's able to make the play on the run.
Beautiful play by Stewart. Nothing easy about that. Everything needed to be perfect. The jump was quick. The exchange was quick. Throw on time, accurate. I mean, that's text, but that's what you want from your defense. That's great play from Stewart.
That's Ayala, big hack there. Foul tip on the first pitch for a strike. This one popped foul out of play. It's 0-2. Thought about the breaking ball. Ayala tried to go afterwards, decides to hold up. Not a bad pitch for Corcoran to throw, however. Here he goes with the 1-2 on the way. The rear back and fire it, but misses low end.
Yeah, I was playing with some pitches there up 0-2. You can try and get a Ayala to fish there. Doesn't bite on either of them. I wouldn't play with fire and wait for this to get to a full count. I just go right at him. Backdoor curve. Some heat on the hands.
Oh, the beauty of a curve there. Bringing the hook. Had him looking for strike 3. 0-2 come across for the Stompers. Does put a slight dent in the deficit, but Menlo Park still with the 5-run advantage going to the bottom of the 8th. Trying to get some insurance before the 9th. Joey D'Amelio will come in to lead off for the Legends as we begin the bottom of the 8th. 6-2 lead for Menlo Park. Apologize on the miscorrection of the score. Closing out the last thing. So it's 6-2. Does give the Legends a 4-run advantage.
Legends trying to get some of those runs back.
Joe Jamelio looks at the first pitch ball.
His first at-bat of tonight.
It's at Hart the first. That's Trent Keys, who now comes over to play first. He'll make the play. Ethan Jackson will come up here.
Batting number 14, Ethan Jackson.
Remember Ethan Jackson for hitting first home run on opening night. On a nice play there at third. There's 2 gone.
Another smooth play. You know, sometimes throwing on that run as an infielder, it's you get into like a rhythm going down that line. You're just focused so much in the exchange. There's so much that has to go right to make that play.
Ryder Kelly.
That's Tino Vassell making the play over at third as he moves from second over to third. Ryder Kelly with a high fly ball out to left center field as that one is going to get caught at the wall. What a play to end the inning. 1, 2, 3 go the Legends, so they're going to shut the door here in the 9th inning as they're trying to stay in line for their second win of the season, holding the 6-2 lead. As we'll be back for the 9th. Philip Hall on the call alongside with Spencer Tracy here on the Menlo Park Legends live stream network. Made it to the 9th inning, folks, as the Legends trying to shut the door on the Stompers with the score 6-2, as it will be Colton Paranti that come into this ball game.
Now batting number 25.
If things were to stay put, it would give Kai Manick the win. As Andrew Bonfigli will lead off for Sonoma. Paranti delivers strike 1.
Stompers are chasing 4. Getting Bonfigli on early with no outs would be a huge, would really just crack that door open a little bit more for a comeback.
The Legends will go to Concord to see the Merchants on Tuesday for their next matchup, while the Stompers will make the trip down to San Luis Obispo to see the Blues on Tuesday. And the Legends will be back home here Wednesday night to see the Crawdads. Parenti starts off the inning with a strikeout. It's one gone.
And that's great awareness by Parenti. Obviously, he got an outside curveball to fall in the outside corner that I thought was a ball or two off the plate, and Bonfiglio would probably agree. And so what does he do? He goes right back to it, but Bonfiglio now has opened that zone up because of the call in the open strike zone. So he gets him to go extra fish in there.
Parenti starts Chase Taylor off with a strike. Looking to work fast here, but it's been a solid night for the Legends. He had timely hits and solid pitching performance by their starter. How about trying to finish strong here? Count 1-1 on Taylor, who does have 2 hits, going 2 for 4 in this one. Ground ball to third, but will tail foul. Ball and 2 strikes. One's lined out the right center field, and it goes in for a base hit. Well, Taylor trying to keep things going here for the Stompers.
Now batting, number 21.
Third hit for Taylor tonight. He's got to be feeling pretty good about himself over there at first base to end his offensive night.
Tino Vasil up for his 5th time tonight. 1 for 4 with a single. Legends do have a chance to set up for a double play to wrap it up. Parenti's first pitch to him is inside for a ball.
That would be quite the exclamation point for the Legends tonight. A game-ending double play.
Swung on a miss. Good pitch there by Parenti. Parenti, sophomore out of Butte College, JUCO up in far northern California. Hails from the city, product of Archbishop Reardon. That one's hit down the line and a fair ball. Will go into the right field corner. Throw in the second. It's going to be late as Vasil delivers with the double. Keep things going for the Sonoma Stompers here in the 9th.
Yeah, things just got a little interesting here. Hunter Carlson, we've talked about him open up the night with the single. It's been quiet since, but that average and those season stats to start the CCL season, don't lie. He's got a bat that can really do some damage, and right now he can really make these one-out hits for the Stompers play a big effect and really punish the Legends here.
And Carlson is due for a big hit here. 1 for 4 with the single coming back in the first. Breaking ball just missed by Parenti.
Parenti's got to remind himself, those runners on second and third, zero meaning. You're just chasing 2 outs. As long as they don't score 4 runs, you're happy.
Fouled at the plate. Carlson, he's gone down on strikes, both swinging and looking. And Kai Manick was still in the game. Manick's 10th strikeout came against Carlson. The 1-1. Fouled again.
Who's number 5 for them?
One-two pitch. It's hung but flown to right. It's going to be caught by Lewis as it's enough to tag the runner from third and second. Taylor will come in to score on the sac fly from Carlson to make it a 6-3 a game, but that is the second out. The Stompers down to their last hope as it's going to be Connor Johnston will come up to hit with 2 gone.
Number 5.
And with a 6-2 lead, you'll trade an out for a run.
Now batting, number 5, Connor Johnson.
As though the Stompers were trying to chip away here in this later innings, but Parenti could get this last out. Just going to fall short. First pitch, fouled straight back. And the Stompers were to fall here, they will go to 5-5 on the 2026 summer season.
Go on the road to face the Blues team that we've been talking about are just on an absolute heater right now. No one can touch them.
Yeah, the Blues took 4 straight against the Legends, both on the road and at home. That one's in for strike 2 to Johnston. Parenti trying to shut the door here. The 0-2 pitch. Missed low. Good stop there by Robbins. Parenti will try again. The 1-2 pitch. Missed just high. 2-2.
It's a good miss, though. Right around the zone. Keep it in the neighborhood. Keep them thinking. No easy takes here. Make them earn it. Try and put a bow on this game.
2-2. Swing and a miss. And there's your ball game, folks. The Legends get it done with a 6-3 win over the Stompers as they take 2 out of 3 against the boys from Wine Country. The Legends with their second consecutive win as it was fueled by the phenomenal pitching performance by Kai Manick, who will get the win in this one, while Colton Parenti able to close the door with the save.
Yeah, untouchable. We talked about it pregame. Needed to just command the strike zone. That's exactly what he did. 10 Ks and 1 walk. That'll set you up for success. He ran into some trouble, 8 hits on the night, but again, he was able to answer every challenge he faced on the bump, whether it was early traffic on the base paths with nobody out, or mistakes, or anything. The offense backed him as well. It was a Kai Manick night. I mean, the offense was great, but Kai Manick stole the show on the bump. He was terrific. Took a shutout into the 8th inning. He deserves the game ball tonight.
Oh, absolutely. Kai Manick just put out a pitching performance there, a pitching clinic at that. You know, the sophomore out of Reno, Nevada, product of Cabrillo College. I'm sure he's going to have some 4-year universities from 4-year recruiters looking at this performance tonight because, man, you know, you just talk about him slowing down the offense of Sonoma, who are a good hitting team overall. But, you know, like you said, Spencer, having that shutout go all the way until he was relieved in the, you know, like 7th inning or 8th inning or so, but still getting those 10 Ks, which I believe is the number you should really be looking at overall.
Yeah, that just shows just how good his stuff was. The K's will tell you how good his stuff was. But I think the biggest thing there's a couple things that go into taking a shutout into the 8th inning is you got to have the stamina. I mean, he was close to triple digits. If not, he went over triple digits going into the 8th inning. But also he faced, you know, half this order about at least 3 or 4 times, and that gives a lot of room for these hitters to adjust to his stuff, to see his stuff, get the timing down. So it's really hard to keep these hitters off balance by doing that. And he was able, Bateman, and Robbins for a few innings were just able to solve any problems and keep the Stompers hitters just guessing wrong.
And not an overpowering pitcher either. Kai Manick, you know, he was just mixing his stuff up. You know, of course, the fastball tops in the mid-80s, but it's all about his command, his control, able to get the outs that he was able to get overall.
Right, reminds me a lot of a Kyle Hendricks in Chicago, a pitcher who didn't throw the Jacob Mizorowski 104-mile-per-hour fastball by you all the time. He commanded in the low 90s, but he was just so effective with his movements and his pitches, and being able to use his defense behind him, which is what Manick did as well. Getting the strikeout numbers as well. In addition to that, it's just a phenomenal job by Manick. It's tougher to do, but it's definitely possible, and he's proof tonight.
Yeah, the Legends provided the offense at the right time, especially with Carlos Cruz Mars starting off the game with that RBI double and scoring himself on the throwing error, giving the early 2-0 lead, and then that helped Kai Manick all the way through, and then you add on the extra run support, of course, with, you know, a few other timely hits like Isaac Findell, you know, driving in some runs himself, putting up 2 in the 4th, and then the 5th he had the 2 RBI single from Ryan Duran, who continues to be the offensive producer, the higher offensive producer overall for the Legends. But, with that run support that Kai Manick was getting, he felt more confident on the mound as the game was going on.
Yeah, absolutely. It helps when you have a 6-run lead, right? You can be a little more aggressive in that strike zone, but going to the offensive side of the ball, like we talked about Hunter Carlson multiple times and how he was just an RBI's eater for that lineup and why the Stompers were so good. And that's what the Legends were missing. And if Ryan Duran's going to be that guy, absolutely, to be able to get that big 2-run single when the top of the order does their part, it sets the stage for you. That is exactly what you want in a hitter like Ryan Duran, who you got the single, but finding lines, finding gaps. Carlos Guzmar as well, another guy that did a great job with 2 outs. Him and Duran paired up for 2 runs with that little fun triple inside the park home run in the first inning, which got the ball rolling. But it was all phases. It was the top of the order, whether it was Lewis and Griffin or Kuzmar and Mooser, who got some runs going as well. Everyone contributed tonight, and that's going to keep Nick Sinzeri falling asleep easy tonight.
Yeah, well, he pushed the right buttons and pushed the big button with Kai Manick getting the ball in this one and with the pitching performance that he had against the Sonoma Stompers. Final line score in this one, the Stompers get on the losing end, scoring 3 runs on 9 hits and 2 errors. Make that 3 runs on 10 hits with 2 errors. While the Legends, they end off tonight with 6 runs on 8 hits and 1 error. As for the Stompers, they left quite a few on the base paths. You can total them up with leaving 13 runners on the bases in this one, while the Legends only leave 4. Well, we thank you again for tuning into tonight's coverage of some California Collegiate League baseball on the Menlo Park Legends live stream network, as the Legends, when they return home after their matchup with the Merchants on Tuesday, they'll be seeing the Walnut Creek Crawdads, and Spencer Tracy will be solo on that call. While for the Stompers, they'll be hitting the road on Tuesday to see the red-hot San Luis Obispo Blues. But, Spencer, you excited for your first solo call?
It's going to be tough to fall asleep Tuesday night. I'm going to be up all preparing for the game. I'm going to be up excited for it. It's going to be fun. Your presence will be missed in the booth, or if we're moved outside, there's a chance we're moving the booth to outside. But regardless, we'll have the stream up and running. Just as always, about 10 or 15 minutes before first pitch on a Wednesday night against the Walnut Creek Crawdads. I'm excited for it.
Absolutely, I have to attend other broadcasting obligations out of state, but I will be back, and of course I'll be keeping an eye on how Spencer does. So he'll be getting not 1 but 2 solo calls while I am away. But make sure you tune in to the upcoming broadcast that we will have from the Menlo Park Legends live stream network. Make sure to subscribe to the channel to be on the update for the live streams. But for the final time tonight here in Palo Alto, the final score, the Legends win 6-3 over the Stompers. And alongside my partner Spencer Tracy, this is Philip Hall on the call saying so long and good night from Palo Alto.